Okay, so, you know, everyone always talks about revolution, especially with tech.
Oh, yeah.
But this preview of London Insurance Week 2025, unleashing the unstoppable blockchain revolution in global insurance, has me thinking that maybe this is the real deal.
Really?
Yeah, blockchain in insurance, it's like a tech supernova that's about to explode, and you're right there in the middle of it.
Wow, that's a pretty vivid image.
Well, yeah, it's a big deal, I think.
It's certainly not just hype, that's for sure. What's so fascinating to me about this is how blockchain can really shift the power dynamic in insurance, making it more transparent and more customer-centric.
Right, and imagine for a second you never have to deal with a fraudulent claim again, and your insurance payout comes, like, right away after, say, a flood.
Oh, wow.
It sounds like a dream come true, but this report suggests it might be closer than we think.
That's incredible.
So let's unpack this a little bit. What exactly is blockchain, and how could it create this dream scenario?
Yeah, so think of blockchain like a digital fortress that protects information. Every transaction, every little detail of your insurance policy is recorded in a way that's virtually impossible to tamper with.
Oh, okay.
It's like having, a million digital witnesses, all verifying every step of the process.
So instead of just relying on, like, a single company's database, which could be vulnerable to hacks or errors,
Right.
the information is spread out across a network of computers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so secure. Any attempt to alter that information in one place would be flagged instantly across the entire network.
Okay.
It would be like trying to change a single brick in a giant wall.
Yeah.
You just couldn't do it.
I see. Okay. I'm starting to see how this could really be a game changer.
Yeah.
But how does it translate to the real world of insurance? What would this actually look like for me as the insured person?
Sure. So let's take that example you just mentioned about a flood. Right now, you have to file a claim, wait for an adjuster to come out and assess the damage, and then hopefully get a timely payout. With blockchain and what's called smart contracts, the process could be completely different.
Smart contracts. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like something straight out of, like, a sci-fi movie.
It might sound that way, but the technology is actually already here. A smart contract is essentially a self-executing agreement that's written in code.
Okay.
So let's say your factory is insured against flood damage. A smart contract could be linked to weather data that automatically triggers your coverage when a flood is detected in your area.
Oh, wow.
And the payout could be almost instantaneous, eliminating all the delays and disputes that you often get with traditional claims.
So no more waiting weeks for an adjuster to come out and assess the damage. The smart contract just takes care of everything automatically.
That's the idea. And because everything is recorded on the blockchain, the entire process is transparent and auditable. You have a clear record of every step from the initial trigger to the final payout.
Okay.
No more wondering where your claim is or worrying about whether you're being treated fairly.
This is where it gets really interesting to me. It seems like blockchain could essentially eliminate fraudulent claims. And this report claims that blockchain could save insurers billions of dollars, which could mean lower premiums for everyone. Is that realistic?
I think it's definitely possible. Think about it. With this immutable record of every single transaction, it becomes incredibly difficult to fake an insurance claim. The blockchain would expose any discrepancies or inconsistencies right away.
So if someone tried to file a claim for a car accident that never happened, for example, the blockchain would reveal the truth?
Exactly. The blockchain would show that there was no record of the accident, no police report filed, no repairs made. It would be almost impossible to get away with it.
This level of transparency is amazing. It's like having a lie detector built into every insurance policy.
That's a good way to put it.
Wow.
Yeah, it really does change the game.
Yes.
It really does change the game. And, it's not just about catching fraudsters either. This level of transparency can benefit honest policyholders, too.
Okay, I'm all ears. How'd that work?
Well, imagine having real-time access to all of the details of your policy just right there on your phone.
Oh, wow.
You could see exactly what's covered, what your deductibles are, and even track the status of your claims in real time. No more digging through paperwork or waiting on hold with customer service.
Yeah, no more of that.
It's all right there, easy to understand.
Yeah, that would be a huge improvement. I can't tell you how many times I've had to search through my insurance documents to figure out what's covered and what's not. It's such a pain.
It is. And that's just the beginning. This London Insurance Week 2025 preview also highlights how this shift could even impact the types of insurance products that are available.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with blockchain making everything so much more efficient, we could see a rise in personalized on-demand insurance options.
On-demand insurance, what does that even mean?
Well, think about it right now. You typically buy insurance for a fixed period of time, right? whether it's a year for your car or a month for travel insurance. But what if you could buy insurance just when you needed it?
Okay.
Let's say you're borrowing a friend's car for the afternoon.
Right.
With blockchain, you could potentially purchase insurance for just those few hours directly through an app on your phone.
That's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
I could see how that would be especially appealing to younger generations who are so used to on-demand everything.
Exactly. And it opens up all these possibilities for really niche insurance products tailored to very specific needs. It's a win-win for customers and insurers.
This all sounds incredibly promising, but let's be real. Are there any potential downsides to all of this? I mean, is there anything in this London Insurance Week 2025 report that hints at any challenges or concerns?
Of course, every new technology comes with its own set of challenges. Sure. One thing that this report really emphasizes is the need for robust regulation. Blockchain is still relatively new, and governments are still trying to figure out, develop clear legal frameworks for how it can be used in industries like insurance.
So even if insurers and customers are ready to embrace blockchain, the lack of clear guidelines could hold things back.
That's right. It's kind of like the Wild West right now. Everyone's excited about the potential, but we really need rules of the road to make sure that everything is done safely and responsibly.
And what about the issue of data security? We've talked about how blockchain makes information more secure, but could there be any vulnerabilities that we need to be aware of?
Well, the blockchain itself is incredibly secure, but as with any system, there's always the potential for human error or, malicious actors who are trying to exploit vulnerabilities.
Right.
For example, if someone were to gain access to your private keys, which are essentially like passwords for your blockchain accounts, they could potentially steal your information or even your assets.
So it's not the technology itself that's the weak link, but rather the way it's implemented and managed.
Exactly. It's like having, a state-of-the-art security system for your home.
Right.
But if you leave the door unlocked or give your key to a stranger, the system itself can't protect you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So while blockchain offers a really significant improvement in security, it's not a foolproof solution.
Right.
We still need to be careful about protecting our information and making sure that the systems we use are secure.
Absolutely. And that's where things like strong encryption, multi-factor authentication, and, ongoing security audits come into play.
This London Insurance Week 2025 preview also makes a big deal about how this event is going to bring together such a diverse group of players.
Yeah.
Traditional insurers, tech startups, regulators, and even investors.
Yeah.
What's the significance of that?
I think it just highlights the fact that this isn't just a technology issue. This is an industry-wide transformation. Blockchain has the potential to disrupt the entire insurance ecosystem. And I think everybody needs to be involved in shaping that future.
So it's not just about tech companies developing new platforms. It's about insurers adapting their business models and regulators setting clear guidelines and investors funding these innovations that will drive this revolution forward.
Exactly. It's a collaborative effort that requires a shared understanding of both the opportunities and the challenges that blockchain presents.
It sounds like London Insurance Week 2025 is shaping up to be a major turning point for the industry.
Yeah.
It's really where the visionaries and the pragmatists will come together to figure out how to make this blockchain revolution a reality.
It's an opportunity to move beyond the hype and start having these real conversations about how blockchain can be implemented in a way that benefits everybody, insurers, policyholders, the industry as a whole.
I'm really starting to see how this is more than just a tech upgrade.
Yeah.
It's a fundamental shift in how insurance works, and it seems like London Insurance Week 2025 is really where the blueprint for that future will be drawn.
It's definitely an event to keep an eye on. It could be the moment when the insurance industry truly embraces the transformative power of blockchain.
So we've been talking about how blockchain could really revolutionize the whole insurance industry.
Yeah.
And it seems like London Insurance Week 2025 is going to be the place to be to really see this all in action.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm curious, beyond the buzz and all the events, what does this actually mean for someone like you listening right now?
Right. That's the big question, isn't it? It's easy to get caught up in all the excitement about this new technology.
Yeah.
But the real impact is how it's actually going to change your daily life.
Right.
And with blockchain, I think those changes could be really profound.
So paint me a picture. What might my insurance experience look like in, say, 5 years if blockchain really takes off?
Okay, so imagine this. You need car insurance.
Okay.
Instead of filling out these long forms and waiting for approval, you just open up an app on your phone. That app uses blockchain to instantly verify your driving history, Maybe even assess your driving skills in real time using data from your car's sensors.
Wow.
And within minutes, you have a personalized quote and coverage tailored to exactly what you need.
Okay, that's streamlined and convenient, but is it actually cheaper?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. And that's where blockchain's potential to reduce fraud and overhead costs comes in.
All right.
With fewer fraudulent claims and automated processes, insurers could pass those savings on to customers.
Oh, yes.
So yes, there's a very real possibility that blockchain could lead to lower premiums for everyone.
That would make me happy.
That
would make me happy. This London Insurance Week 2025 preview also touches on something called microinsurance, which I found really fascinating. Can you explain what that is and how blockchain makes it possible?
Sure. So microinsurance is essentially bite-sized insurance.
Okay.
It's designed to protect people against very specific risks.
Mm-hmm.
Often this is used in developing countries where traditional insurance might not be accessible. Think of it as insurance for a very specific event or need, like insuring your crops against drought or your motorbike taxi business against accidents.
Okay.
Blockchain makes this feasible because it reduces the costs and complexity of managing all of these small-scale policies.
So instead of needing a big insurance company with a lot of overhead, blockchain allows these microinsurance products to be offered more directly and efficiently.
Exactly. And that opens up all kinds of possibilities for protecting people who might have been excluded from traditional insurance systems before.
It's amazing to think how this technology can not only improve our lives in developed countries,
Right.
but also create opportunities for financial security and empowerment in other parts of the world.
That's the power of innovation.
Yeah.
It can be a force for good on a global scale. But it's important to remember that blockchain is just a tool.
Right.
It's really how we use it that will determine its impact on the insurance industry and beyond.
This whole deep dive has definitely opened my eyes to the possibilities,
Yeah.
both the good and the potentially challenging. But as you said earlier, it's so important to stay informed and be part of the conversation.
Absolutely.
So for anyone listening who's thinking, okay, this blockchain thing is real and I need to learn more, what would you recommend?
Well, first of all, don't be afraid to dive in and start learning.
Great.
There's tons of great resources available, online articles, videos, even online courses that explain things in plain English.
And of course, there's London Insurance Week 2025,
Right.
which will be like a hotbed of blockchain innovation and discussion.
It's a fantastic way to immerse yourself in this world, hear from leading experts, connect with people who are shaping the future.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I'm left with this feeling of excitement,
Yeah.
but also a healthy dose of caution.
Yeah.
I think blockchain has the potential to be a game changer for insurance,
Yeah.
but it's up to all of us,
Yeah.
insurers, customers, regulators,
Everybody.
to make sure that it's used responsibly and ethically.
I couldn't agree more. The future of insurance is being written right now, and it's up to us to shape it in a way that benefits everyone.
So listeners, I really encourage you to keep exploring this topic. Learn about blockchain, attend events like London Insurance Week 2025. And most importantly, don't be afraid to ask questions and really engage in the conversation.
Yeah.
The future of insurance is in our hands.
And who knows, maybe we'll see some of you at London Insurance Week 2025.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.